Hey guys, welcome back. Now, it has been quite some time. However, the team at Ark Invest have officially flipped from bearish to bullish. As crypto begins to explode higher, it's exciting times again in the crypto market. And as 2023 draws to a close, all eyes are beginning to look at 2024. And it looks like 2024 is going to be an epic year for crypto. And so in this video, got some awesome charts recently shared by Ark Invest, and as you'll see, many of their indicators have just flipped to bullish. And then we'll finish up with the latest thoughts from Cathie Wood on Bitcoin's excellent comeback year. And just remember, even if you don't invest in Bitcoin, Bitcoin's success is paramount to the entire crypto market, so we should all be Bitcoin fans. Okay, so first up, 5 charts just shared by Ark Invest showing why 2024 is going to be an explosive year for crypto. So as promised, excellent charts by the team at Ark Invest. And the first one is the key price levels, and we're looking at Bitcoin's 200-week moving average and also the short-term holder cost basis. And these two have been key levels of support and resistance at various points. In fact, when it comes to the 200-week moving average, the price barely has gone below. It's only in this last brutal crash that it broke below. Then we've had this very choppy breakouts and breakdowns, breakout and breakdowns. And as you'll see, a very conclusive breakout in this last move by Bitcoin. So a very positive sign. Now, the picture's a little bit different when it comes to the short-term holders, as this does correlate to the actual price a lot closer. And in the last couple of updates from Ark Invest, this has been a real key level, which also it's just broken out of. So the 200-week moving average right now is around 28,000, and the short-term holder cost basis is about 29,000. So this last move has just blasted through the 30,000 key level, which it was battling for many months. So this is looking more and more like a confirmed breakout. And even the short-term holders are now in profit. Now, moving on to the long-term holders. And here is Bitcoin's long-term holder spent output ratio, which is basically the ratio between coins bought and coins sold. And what you get is this nice level here, which is at 1. And when things are above this line, they're in profit. And when things are below this line, they are at a loss. And this is a very exciting chart for all crypto holders, because Ark Invest have just signaled this period here is a prolonged period now above this line, which is very similar to what happened here and here. And why is this an exciting time? Well, check out what happens afterwards. This is when we get these face melting rallies in crypto, which is what brings in hundreds of millions of users all around the world. And again here, it's the setup before an epic run. And look, this is where we're at right now, which is why there's so much buzz, so much hype happening in crypto right now. Next up, and this time Bitcoin on-chain mean and AVIV ratio. This is the active value by the investor value. And similar to the last chart, we have this value of 1 going through here. And again, this is the break-even mark, above being in profit and below being at a loss. And it's just another way of looking at the market, but again, it shows that just recently this confirmed breakout of the key levels has now put a lot of people back in profit. And it looks like we're beginning to confirm that this last brutal crypto winter is finally over. And finally, a great chart shared, and Ark are saying that Bitcoin's primary trend seems to be an early stage bull market. And this time they're measuring Bitcoin's market cycles from trough to trough, so from the very bottom to the peaks. Now, any regular viewers of my channel should recognize this chart. And in fact, I think Ark Invest themselves have been watching my channel, as it looks eerily similar to this. And this is a chart that I regularly show because it pretty much gives you everything you need to know about the crypto market, the bull markets, the bear markets, the winters, when things bottom, all centered around this halving event going through the middle. So it's one of my favorite charts, and it looks like Ark Invest have created their own version. Now, theirs doesn't have the halving, which is coming around here. So this is April time next year. But essentially what this shows is that it looks like we're in the early stages of the next big bull market. And if we look at this is where we're at right now, which is actually very similar to the last two cycles. And I would expect that there's going to be some ups and downs, but there's going to be some natural growth and hype up to the Bitcoin halving event. So I think it's going to be definitely higher by April. And then you'll notice in fact, in all three cycles, it's been a sell the news event. So a hypey build up. Then this first cycle, there was a ridiculously big crash. But even in the last two, it's been a sell the news event. However, this time might be different because the Bitcoin ETFs will either be going live most likely in January, or if not, the final deadline is exactly April time. So this is going to be, this time round, an explosive time for crypto. Because not only are you cutting the supply in half, you're also potentially adding a massive amount of demand. So I personally would not want to be one of these sellers trying to time the market. However, regardless, a great chart showing that it looks like crypto is pretty much doing what it's always done, which means the next 2 years are going to be an excellent time for crypto investors. Now, let's finish up with Cathie Wood's latest thoughts on Bitcoin. And just remember, even if you don't invest in Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is massively successful, then the entire market will also do really, really well.
Bitcoin. So here's its history, most of its history. And you can see we have been in effectively a bull market with higher lows since its inception. And here we are again, we're on the way up. I think what happened this year is quite significant. It happened that the Bitcoin moved up during a risk-off, a very important risk-off moment, the regional bank crisis in March. It went from 19,000. This is a long-term chart, so what I'm telling you is an intraday. It hit a low during that regional bank crisis at 19,000 and shot up to 30,000. Why was that? Flight to quality, as Larry Fink would say. Flight to quality, as we would say. Flight to safety, as we would say. Because there is no counterparty risk here in this decentralized, transparent monetary system. Unlike what happened to the fiat monetary system in 08-09. And I think more people are beginning to understand that this is not just a risk-on asset. When the markets are feeling really good, Bitcoin tends to do very well. But can you believe it's also a risk-off vehicle? And more investors, including institutions, are beginning to understand this.
And so, as we draw closer to the end of 2023, the year of rate hikes and recession fears, it appears for now the Fed has pulled off a soft landing, with inflation beginning to get back under control. People are now beginning to count down to the first rate cut, which is coming next year, and it's also in the Fed's best interest to have low rates. Check this out. There is an unprecedented over $8 trillion worth of US government debt that's going to be maturing in the next 12 months. And this is going to be crippling if it gets refinanced at the current rate of 5%. So the Fed is definitely going to want to be cutting rates next year to avoid this huge debt bomb. And as you saw, many of Ark's indicators have now flipped bullish, and it's looking more and more likely that there's going to be some massive moves in 2024 and 2025. So congratulations to everyone for surviving this brutal crypto winter. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now, you tell me, is the crypto winter finally over, or are we going to get some sort of hard landing beginning of next year? Let me know below. But just remember to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments. We are trying out the new SuperThanks commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use SuperThanks below. And for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.